Hello everyone and welcome back to another video for Destiny 2 Season of the Dawn. We are approaching the end of Season of the Dawn. There's approximately 2 weeks left, so if you have anything to do in this season, make sure you get it done. For those of you that are new to this, we're going to review every single new thing that is in the weekly reset guide for Destiny 2 this week. So obviously what you guys want to do is you want to go visit the Sundial Obelisk, or the Tower Obelisk, and go make sure that you get your generated polarized fractaline. I'm going to pick mine now just because I don't think I'm going to do much. So my resonance rank is about 36k. I haven't been playing much. Obviously everyone else's will differ depending on how much you play and how much you obviously don't play. I mean, that's a given. So we're going to examine every single thing that is new in this weekly reset. Of course, we will not be visiting any of the vendors, unfortunately, just because mostly the weekly stuff for the powerful gear is just to complete bounties. So you need to complete 8 Crucible, 8 Vanguard, 8 Gunsmith, 8 Gambit bounties, 8 Clan bounties, and that's everything in the tower. First things first, as always, we're going to go look at the store and see what there is on the featured page and then the Bright Dust page, and we will go from there. So this week we have the Origami Crane emote for obviously all classes. Which is interesting, to say the least. You know, you get to make little origami crane. They're not that hard to make. I've made a couple in my lifetime. We then have the Violent Exorcism weapon ornament for the Bastion, or is it the Arbalest? No, the Arbalest. Okay. Motive Force vehicle or Sparrow for obviously all classes. Followed by Fond Memories, the 14 projection, so that's for your ghost, the little 14 symbol. And then finally the Simulation Shell, which is very, very Vex-like, and it kind of looks interesting. It looks like something out of like The Mummy, like, you know, back when Brendan Fraser used to do it. But that is that on the featured page, and now we're going to scroll down to the actual Bright Dust page, and this is what everyone actually cares about because this is what we all can afford. We have the Cowbell emote, which is actually really annoying. The Prod ship. Ugh. Ugh. Then we have the Perennial Velocity Exotic Sparrow for the Omolon. That was last week as well. The Omolon Shell, of course. Kind of just looks like a Pokeball. We then have the Packmaster's Command for the Lord of Wolves. I don't have an exotic ornament for the Lord of Wolves. I might pick this one up just because I want something for it. Then we have the Wraith Trail Robes for the Warlock. Obviously, it'll be available for, you know, other classes, but this is one this week, so it's very, you know, Scholar-like. Then we have the Red Legion Projection, the Up in Smoke Transmat Effect, the Cabal Shield Transmat Effect, Atmospheric Glow, and Circadian Chill Shader. And that will conclude everything in the store. Now, like I said at the beginning of the video, guys, make sure you do all the things that you want for the Imperium Foundation and this season because it ends in 14 days. That's still plenty of time to finish what you need to do. I just reached rank 100 during Crimson Days, so make sure you get everything you want done right now. Now we're going to cover the world map and see what there is new this week. Obviously, there's Gambit, so it has increased infamy this week. So if you need to do that, it will conclude on double infamy will be gone on next week, so March 3rd. I can't believe we're already into the end of February. This year is going by quick. For Crucible this week, obviously it differs, but the are Mayhem, one of my favorite game modes of all time, and then Countdown. So make sure you guys go and play them because they'll only be around for this week. Of course, we have the EDZ as the flashpoint this week, so make sure you go see Devrim K and public events and activities you're located in the European Dead Zone and whatnot. So, yeah, get those done. For the Sundial this week, obviously, there's nothing new. I'm not even going to go into it. It is still Inotom, Oblivion's Triune, but, you know, obviously he has different perks, so, you know, let's just go examine that. Unfortunately, Osiris does not have any other burns or anything this week or any quests. So it still as follows: Extinguish, Inotom's Clepsydra, so arc damage is increased this week. Champion's Barrier and Unstoppable, Match Game, and Pestilence. When defeated, Scions spawn Void Grenades at their feet. For strikes this week, if we go into the Vanguard strikes, they are going to be on different burns, but today's is Brawler, Grounded, and Solar Singe, so Solar Singe is this week's. We then have the Echo Misa strike, which is the Pyramidion, so make sure you go do the Pyramidion strike if you want that exotic loot. For the Nightfalls this week, we have 3 of them as usual. A Garden World, which will reward you with the Universal Wave Function ship. The Exodus Crash, which is the Impact Velocity Exotic Sparrow. And then finally, Horror's Least for the Corrupted, which is the Pulse Rifle. It's, just a normal Pulse Rifle. And for the Pyramidion, it's the Silicone Neuroma Sniper Rifle. Now we're going to cover a little bit more around the map, and I'm going to tell you guys what is new in the Moon area. So obviously for Moon, we have multiple different stuff. Nightmare hunts change every week, but the daily mode is travel to the moon, stave off the Hive Resurgence alongside your fellow Guardians. So the first mission, so make sure you do that for some powerful gear. And then the following Nightmare hunts are as follows. Defeat Skolos, Nightmare of Skolos, Kell of Kells, Omnigul, and finally the Fanatic, which all drop certain different types of gear. If you want to go ahead and kill them, I recommend going and doing that right now. For the Dreaming City this week, it is on a medium strength for the curse level, so if you have to do anything there, make sure you go and do that. And it is the location of the Ascendant Challenge is located in the Chamber of Starlight. So again, if you want to go and do that, make sure you go to the Dreaming City today. For Mars, of course, it is Bok Latur, the Hunger of Zol, and he drops the Sniper, the SMG, and the Shotgun. 3 close weapons. They're still really good, and the Shotgun still holds up to this day, so make sure you go and do that if you like. For the Reckoning this week, it is the Likeness of Oryx, which will drop the Bug-Out Bag, Auto Rifle, the Spare Rations, Hand Cannon, the Bug-Out Bag is is it an Auto Rifle or is it a sub? I'm going to say it's a sub. The Outlast Pulse Rifle, the Gnawing Hunger Auto Rifle, and then the Doomsday Grenade Launcher. So if you want to go do the Reckoning, even though it's a dead game mode, go and do it. It's semi-fun at least. And then for the Menagerie today, it is Pagori, the Vex Hydra. So if you need to do any challenge located within the Vex Hydra, make sure you go and do that. Garden of Salvation raid located on the moon. The challenge this week is to leave all Cyclopses alive in the room where the Consecrated Mind is depositing Voltic Overload charges. So it's the first room challenge. Not too hard, just don't kill any Cyclopses, yada yada yada. For the Leviathan this week, it is the Pleasure Gardens for the challenges. So players holding the relic or crystals must not shoot more than 1 flower per damage phase. Considering that these dogs are really easy to kill at this point, I mean, it shouldn't really be that much of a big deal. For all the prestige layers, the active modifier this week is Arsenal, so kinetic can be anything, energy has to be a fusion, and then power weapon has to be a fusion rifle as well. So just put on Sleeper, put on Arantel, put on whatever you want, Wizened Rebuke, whatever. The last wish challenge this week is Witch, so Shuro Chi. Do not get hit or take damage from Shuro Chi's Arc Blast. For Scourge of the Past, to each their own, so Prime Phase 2, each player needs to destroy one of the Insurrection Prime's 6 shield generators and must not shoot more than one once, or shoot more than once, 1 each damage phase. For the Crown of Sorrows this week, it's with both hands. For Galrin, players must shoot to stun one and only one of Galrin's hands during the hand-raising phase, so you can't shoot more than 1 hand. And unfortunately, that's essentially it. I mean, there's not really much else to cover in Destiny 2. I mean, besides the fact that, the season's coming to an end, guys. It's honestly been a good season, especially for this channel. We have a lot more new faces and a lot more new subscribers. I've been lacking in that content lately, but you know what? We'll fix that. And since the season is coming to a close, you guys will receive a lot more videos, of course, to finish all the remaining bounties. Oh, speaking of bounties, let's just go check these ones just to see what they are like for this week. Almost forgot about those. So for this week, we have defeat 200 Scorn anywhere in the system, defeat bosses and strikes, defeat enemies using swords or melee damage, collect materials in the EDZ or on Mars, using a bow, defeat Cabal with precision final blows, rapidly defeat enemies in groups of 2 or more using precision final blows, Using kinetic weapons, rapidly defeat enemies in a group of 3 or more without taking damage. And finally, harnessing the void, defeat enemies using void abilities. And that will conclude all the bounties. This has been the weekly reset, guys. Make sure that you still donate to the Imperium Foundation. We are so close to getting it done, and that means we will unlock Trials of Osiris at the end of this season. At least that's what everyone thinks it is. So make sure you guys go and do that. We are so close. Shout out to the guy, by the way, who has donated 750,000. That was like 2 weeks ago I checked that. But the fact that someone is donating almost $1 million by themselves is just phenomenal. But that's been the video, guys. So do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, hit the notification box. I'm posting daily Destiny content for Season of the Dawn, the Dawning, next season, which is still hasn't been announced, or the name of it at least. And comment down below if this helped you in any way, shape, or form. Tell me how your guys' days are or what you're doing. Of course, I love to hear it. And as always, guys, have a great day and peace out.